Hello, St. Louis. I'm Dan Paris, and welcome to OnSTL.com.
Today's segment is sponsored by Sterling Transportation and Limousine Service. Carl Triola actually drove Greg Edick, our guest, down here today.
Carl is
thank you.
the owner of Sterling Limousine, and he's as charming as his limousines.
Well, and he has driven every star in Hollywood, and he's first class all the way. Call him at 774-STERLING.
There you go.
Greg,
And look at here.
Hey.
Here you are.
Man, it's been,
kids.
been many years. Many years. Actually,
exciting.
Do you remember the name George Edick? George Edick's Club Imperial at West Florissant and
what
Goodfellow.
era was that? Like what year? That was before my time, of course.
And during your time, Joy.
50s and 60s and 70s.
There you go. So
You were there in the 70s.
Yes, I was.
I was there in the 50s.
I was there in body, yes.
I was there in the 60s and 70s. I was there at Bruno's Bat Cave.
I got a
Everybody
picture
did
of
Bruno's
Bat Cave
Oh,
right here for you.
whip it up.
Yeah, from
let's see the
XK and
pics.
Johnny Rabbit way back
I'm
in the
excited.
60s.
This is wonderful. And
Speaking of Johnny Rabbit,
Look at this. Like,
it's Don Pietro Monaco.
that's
Yes,
that's the guy that me and Ron
the
Ellis.
Johnny Rabbit,
Yes,
right? Yeah, and of course
exactly.
we all know Ron Ells now. Who
This was
Ron
the
Ells
original.
Ron Ells was the first Johnny Rabbit, actually.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Then Don Pietro Monaco is the one who brought in Bruno J. Grunion. And then we had
Yes,
Bruno's
yes.
Bat
And that's
Cave.
when
That
my
was
my dad and
There it is.
they started the Bat Cave.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
downstairs.
Yeah, that was downstairs.
Down-
Well, everybody remembers that and the famous Imperial stomp.
Yeah.
Now the club is still there, right? Club Imperial
Yes.
is still there at Goodfellow and West Florissant.
Yes.
You have had such a rich history yourself growing up at Club Imperial when your dad ran it. You told me once, and you can tell the story, that Tina Turner, now Tina Turner played there, of course, a lot. And
yeah.
Tina actually babysat you.
Yeah, Tina back. I guess when Tina first got with Ike. This is 1960.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you something. How old were you when Tina babysat you?
17.
I was about 10, 11
And how
years
did
old.
you keep up with her?
Well, she was playing at the pool, at Highlands
Yes.
Pool one afternoon, and my dad was doing a Steve Mizrahi commercial. Tina and Ike were playing down at the Highlands Pool, and I guess, can you go? And I said,
Take the
okay.
kid.
And
So
Tina
she
grabbed me.
Oh, man.
We went to Highlands
I
Park.
could get Tina to grab me.
Yeah, and then you were rolling on the river.
I could smell her, man. I was close.
Now, you played bass guitar to this day.
Oh, yeah.
You've played with a lot of people who've come through Club
Oh, yeah.
Imperial, and probably some who haven't.
I played all over the world, man.
It's amazing.
I just recorded an album with Arthur Williams and Boo Boo Davis over in Belgium in the
No
past 10
kidding.
years. Yeah.
Wow.
2 albums, yeah.
When did you start playing bass?
Well, actually, Ike Turner gave me a guitar. If I sit on stage and amaze like a little kid, instead of watching sports guys and doing stuff like that, I would be standing on the set, and Ike gave me a Stratocaster. I was about that same age. I was 1960, 10, 11 years old, and I just started playing like the honky-tonk blues on the guitars. Like Ike taught me, he says, 12-bar blues, you learn 12-bar blues, and that's rock and roll, baby.
Yeah, okay. But at what point did your dad finally say, okay, you're good enough, you can play on my stage at Club Imperial?
He let me play right off the bat.
No kidding,
hit
he
the
didn't
note.
care.
That'll
I was
keep him
playing
out of the
piano.
yard, yeah. Hey, get up on the stage.
Cheaper than babysitting.
I got
Put him up
pictures
on
of-
stage.
Playing the drums when I was a kid. I played drums in the high school band and the school bands and stuff like that. I played piano. And but anyway, I got into guitar, and the reason I got into bass, we were about 12 years old. We had a little band and basement band, and well, it never was a basement band because I was always I played at we had a Club Imperial to play.
Yeah, you also
exactly.
did some promoting. You followed
Yeah.
your dad's footsteps. You and I first met when you were promoting a show downstairs.
Yeah, I got a DVD of that of my dad giving the key to the city, No Reading. That's Jimi Hendrix bass player
Sure.
from the Experience album.
Yeah,
He was like
yeah.
the famous guy,
I
And
was
we did
just
a
listening
show,
to Purple Haze the other night
and that's
at Lasarium at the planetarium.
and that's Noel playing bass. On
I
that
got to
thing.
tell you, that
yeah.
is
I can leave
fantastic.
that with you,
That is a fantastic song. What's going on in this picture? This
This
is
is I'm not sure, but it's KC Radio, ain't it?
that is early
And
early
this
days.
is I know who that is. The band is the Spirit of St. Louis. I know Jay, the guitar player.
Wow.
I recognize him, but I'm not sure where that's at. That could be the place where your mom played. Starlight.
Starlight Ballroom.
That
yeah.
could be Starlight Ballroom.
My mom opened for my first show. She opened for Billy Joel.
Yeah.
And to this day, she says, "Who's Billy Joel?" Now, Joy and I had the honor of interviewing your dad back before he died.
Yeah.
It was '96, I think. Joy and I did a couple weeks on Camo X.
Yeah,
and we asked him to be a guest on our show. And he still, at that time, at that age, still had such a passion for Club Imperial and its history and what it did. He must have been very proud to see you take it over.
And that's why I'm trying to keep it going, keep it doing. I mean, I'm not running parties like I used to, but I'm a guy named Tony French up there, and we're doing the banquets and everything, just like always, And we're trying to get some more stuff happening again up there.
What would you like to do with it?
I'd like to get it back into name acts coming out of St. Louis again.
Yeah.
Get the dancing going.
The glory days.
How many does the place hold?
500.
500. That's like a perfect size for.
What is the actual
pageant.
address?
It's 6324 West Florissant.
Right at Goodfellow.
At Goodfellow.
Now, Greg, we have to keep these segments short, but what we want to do is next week bring the camera down there and see the place again and have you give us a tour.
We can do that. We can actually do that.
I'm excited. I'm getting goosebumps.
Good. Well, thank you for coming in today.
Okay.